Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte. I've been rambling for 20 minutes and I got myself so confused. I knew I had you so confused. I just said forget it and I turned the camera off. Then I'm starting over because yeah, it's just confusion on top of confusion. I'm sorry, I'm picking up something off the floor. Anyway, hello, and welcome. If you want to see what I did last night, I was at the school listening to my granddaughter's choir, our school concert, Christmas concert. I did 2 shorts, and each is a minute apiece. So if you want to see that, you can just go look at my YouTube shorts and leave me a little comment. But we talked about how we were going to, some of you are confused about the envelopes, and to be perfectly frank with you, I will go over all of this in just a second. But I was watching 507 Willow House Journals last night, and I hate to tell you, and y'all are going to want to slap me, and I'm sorry, but I caught a video where Leslie was going through one of her flip-flop journals, and she said, and this is the flip-flop, and she showed it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and then, but now can I find it? No, I can't find it. So somebody left me a comment. Carol Laws has a tutorial on doing this. So I am going to say, hey, Carol, if you're watching, just go over to Carol Law's channel and see if you can't find the tutorial on the flip-flop. She is a really, really good instructor. She explains things really well. So I would say go have a look. If I can find Leslie's video where she shows that to you, I will. This is not a flip-flop journal, obviously, because everything's flipping, but nothing's flopping. And what it is she got to a point, here is one signature, but she got to a point where she opened the journal, and I think there would be like another envelope here somehow. I don't know. This is 5 envelopes, so I don't know how that would have worked, but there would be a signature in here. So this flips open and there's a signature, and then it flops shut. Yeah. So this isn't the actual definition of a flip-flop journal. It's floppy enough for me, so I am still going to put it in the title as a flip-flop journal, and I will find out exactly how you go about doing that. I might have to go to Carol because I can't, guys, I just can't. But I'm loving this. And then I had another comment. Somebody wrote, I really, really like what you're doing, but I don't understand why the signatures are book pages and vintage pages if you're going to go ahead and cover them all up with other papers or other, why would you cover up vintage and script pages and things like that, and you wouldn't write on them? Well, a lot of people do write on them. I mean, even if I'm doing like a standard writing journal and I have vintage papers in there, the vintage papers are in there. Yes, write on them. A lot of people will take like a magic marker or a heavy black pen and they write over the script. You can still admire the vintage page, the patina, all that comes with that. Of course, you don't have to do that. Sherry does not use digitals when she's doing this journal. I don't think Sherry has a printer, and so she's like, Charlotte, I'm using plain paper. Of course, you can use plain paper. You don't have to use book pages in your signatures. Don't have to be made out of the book page. But I know my confusion came through the camera, and I'm sorry about that because I actually have two things going on with this. This journal for me is not about the envelope. It's not about the flipping and the flopping. It's about the signatures. I fell in love with the idea of creating signatures that were all out of mainly book pages and printed pages. That fascinated me because I had never ever done that. And it confused me for the same reason as my girlfriend when she wrote, "Why would you use that and cover it up?" Well, I felt the exact same way. Why would you do that? But when you see it done, it's magical. It just was calling my name. And once again, Sherry, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it's opened up a whole new world for me. And I want to open that world. I want to share it with you because I think you'll really like it. Use newer book pages, use dictionary pages, use newsprint, magazines. You just have to watch out for copyright, but if you're going to cover it up, nobody's going to know anyway. It reminds me of that story when I went to the library and they were having books on sale for $1. And I bought this one book that I absolutely loved the cover. It was a mustard yellow and it was so beautiful. And I took all the pages out and I was going to use them. Well, the language in that book, it was a murder story. And the language was, you wouldn't want anybody reading that. So that book, that would have been perfect for something like this because you'd go cover it all up. Nobody'd ever know what was underneath there. So, yeah, there's a place for everything, but not every style is for everybody. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there is nothing wrong with creating a flip-flop journal with all computer paper or with graph paper. You do you. You do it the way you like it. That's all that matters. It's going to be just as great as the next one. But for me, it is all about this. And I want to conquer now the flip-flop because I don't know. I don't know how to make it. So, and I know this is not it. This was not the technically this is not it. This will have 3 or 4 signatures in it. I've got 2 signatures in it here. I am going to put in this just the most beautiful thing ever, but I am going to put a signature in here. That's going to give me 3. I don't think I'm going to put one in there. Would that be the flip-flop then? I don't think so. Somehow she opened this. No, that wouldn't be. So I don't know how, I don't know. But I've got one girlfriend that is totally confused on the envelopes. And this is why I thought, let's scale it back. Forget the flip-flop. Get that out of your head. And let's just scale the book back and take it down to the bones, so to speak, right at the beginning, down to the dirt, and then we'll build up. So, like I said, I had already started the taping when I was like out on that limb again. So I just said, I can't put y'all through that again. So I'm excited for an index card Friday because I just need some simplicity right now, guys. I really do. This is just, like I said, I'm still out of the box. I am nowhere near jumping in that box and saying, woohoo! You know, I didn't know. I am way down the road looking at the box and it is way down that way. So I'm still out there asking for directions. So this is what you need to do. This is what I would suggest for you just to start. And you don't have to have variegated envelopes. Not everybody does, but usually they make the front a smaller envelope. So you take a small envelope and then if you want a pocket, This has a pocket. I can't even tell you how I did that. I don't know how I figured that out, because the first envelopes that I put together, there wasn't any pocket. Now I'm looking at this going, where is the pocket? Now that I have the signature in here, there's the pocket. So this would have been my second envelope, because I put this signature. See, that would have been, that's my 2 envelopes right there. So on this one, I put that on there, and I didn't know how to get a pocket, and you can see I glued those together. So how do you make a pocket? What I could do if I wanted to, though, is I could just open this up and have a pocket that way. So just because I put these 2 together and I lost my pocket here, I could slit this open and have a pocket here. So, yeah, don't despair. There's always ways to fix everything. But I wanted the pocket because that's what I saw. And somebody told me that Carol Laws, hi Carol, if you're watching, love Carol's videos. She's very calm, she gives really, really good instruction. Go to Carol Laws, it's Laws. And she has a video on the flip-flop journal, and I've not seen it. I just, somebody in the comments yesterday let me know that. So my guess is she will take you through the whole layout of this. But I know 5 envelopes for some, it's just daunting, especially this time of year when we're so busy. Maybe you want to sit down and craft. Maybe you've got 30 minutes, and the idea of some big project, it's too much and you don't want to mess with it. So let's go with 3. So what you're going to do is take your smaller envelope and you're going to attach it to the front of your second envelope, just like that. If you want a pocket, okay, if you don't care about a pocket, or you put a pocket at the top, it doesn't matter which way this second envelope is facing. It's not important. And then you're going to take a third envelope, because this is going to have 2 signatures. Right now, you can put 1 signature in here, and if you went that far, I mean, what's the point? Let's go ahead and attach a third envelope, and I just attached it like that. I left this on here in case we're going to build on it. See, with this, I can add more. If I didn't have this, no big deal, because the next envelope would have this. So you don't even really have to worry about this. If you wanted to, you could stick this inside, just like that. And here's our 3 envelopes. They lay out like that, just like that. Then from here, now I'm going to give you 2 options. This is not to confuse you. If you wanted to stitch your signatures in now with these envelopes like this, I would take a piece of tape, run it down here, because your signature, first signature, will go in here. This is not much to stick a needle and thread through. This would be really easy to tear. So I would run tape down here. I would run tape down here, flip this over, and do the same thing, because you're going to cover the tape. And then if you wanted to sew your signatures in, your first signature is going to go here. And the idea is to have your pages showing, just like here. See how this shows? See, so this is longer than this, and it can be wider. You want that look, that raggedy look. If you don't, that's totally fine, but you're going to have an issue with this being a bigger envelope. So that is the reason you have staggered envelopes, so you have pages showing on the outside. So you'll put your signature in here, close this up, flip this out, and in between 2 and 3 envelope, okay, so here's 1 and 2, there's a signature. Here's 2 and 3, you're going to have a signature here. So you'll have two signatures. What I would suggest is covering this first. So I would take, say for example, I'm going to cover this. I would take this up to there, bend this back so it goes down. Let's just, what do I have here? Just pretend this is a long piece of paper. This would go like this, all the way across, so that this has strength to it. And then you want to come out beyond where you're going to stitch, because you want to give this strength. So I would come out at least an inch like that. And you know, of course, because you're dealing with this longer envelope first, you're going to come over this. You'll cut this off when it's dry. So you will glue this down. Make sure that you get your glue in your fold here on both sides. Lay this flat, get this down really well, let it dry. And when it's dried, then work your fold. If this is wet and you're doing your fold and you do your fold, you're going to get a big hump of paper here. So push it down, get it down really well, walk away, leave it alone. And then when you come back, you can fold this and you should have a really, really nice fold. You can finish this piece with whatever paper you want. You would probably use a coordinating paper, something that you really like. You would come up this way, or you could leave just a touch of a glueless end there and slip this piece under, but I probably would go over. I don't know why, I just would. So then this piece would be decorated, this piece would be decorated. Your pocket would have its little opening there, and then you would go on to decorate this piece here, and you could come all the way to the end. That would be fine. So this would be decorated. You'd want to do the same thing here. Now, knowing, don't worry about it. Make it background papers, because you're going to put something over it. Just like this here. This was my background paper. This paper here, excuse me, went all the way over this way to here. See that? And then I just did a little bit of collage, added a pocket here, added a little piece of medieval mirage there, and did it that way. And then on the cover, you could see I took this piece and came over. So it would have been, when this was decorated, then I would have taken my piece here and I would have brought it out here, because I've got this fold. And then I just brought it all the way out and folded it. Just extended it just a little bit, but you don't have to. You can take it just all the way to the edge. You can take it all the way to the edge here. But be mindful, this is a fold. So whatever you do here, I would overlap it a little bit. Whatever you do here, if you want this one to overlap the cover, then that's fine. Or if you want this one to overlap this one, you have to think about that. Once you get that done, you can stitch your first signature in there, flip this over, stick your signature in there, and you are ready to go and have some fun, girlfriend. Let me tell you, it is just fun. So grab 3 envelopes, put them together. Don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Let it relax you. Just sit there and do it like this. And then if it's just a lot for you, then walk away. Just walk away. And then when you're ready to sit down, just grab a paper. I would start with this one, because I want to pull it over here to protect this fold, and I want to make this an envelope. or a pocket. If this is too much, if you're sitting there going, I can't handle this pocket thing and the folding of the paper and all that, I get that. So you know what? Forget that then. Make a little slit up here and make a pocket this way, or don't have a pocket at all. You don't have to have a pocket. This could just be a little envelope journal with two really cute signatures. And that takes some of the stress off. You don't have to worry about the folds. You don't have to worry about any of that. The only thing I want you to think about is strengthening your folds. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Charlotte, that's too much. I can't go there. Okay, let's assume you can't go there. Let's assume you have washi tape. All right, take this and come up close to the edge like that. You know, take your paper, whether it's copied, tea-dyed paper, book page, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be digital. It can be anything you want it to be. It can be plain computer paper. Just take it up to the edge, but not over the edge, because you know you have to fold this in like that, okay? And then do the same here. You're going to take this and you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to come up like that, and you can see that's your fold. That's where you're going to stitch. Go ahead and glue it down, get it the way you want it. Take a piece of washi tape. That's going to strengthen where you're going to stick your needle and thread, and run your washi tape here. I would do it on both sides. Okay, you don't have washi tape. Not a problem. Get some masking tape. Get some Scotch tape. That's fine. Lay it down and then go ahead and put your papers on. Just like that. It's going to be beautiful. And you're not going to see this because your signature is going to be in there. See, you can't see where these, end. So if I had a piece of washi tape in there, I mean, it'd be kind of cool if it showed, but if I had tape, you're not going to see it. So, yeah, don't worry about it. I just want you to try this, and I just want you to have fun with it. That's what it is all about. So I think we will play with this one. I'm not going to waste these envelopes. We will play with this one. But then I have this one, and I'm trying to think, what did I do anything different? No. If you look, this is the same, this is the same. These three, I would have a signature there, and I would have a signature back there. But then I went and added 2 envelopes like that. And I know the flip-flop journal has 5 envelopes. So I'm sitting there thinking, what have I done? I mean, now if you're watching me, I mean, it can be full-on confusion because I'm confused. I think maybe does this go like that so that you have a signature there, you open this up. This is like this. It seems odd to me you wouldn't have something here, but this might be, and I'd have to double check. You open this up, you have a signature here. So is this the flip? This might be the flip, and then this is the flop, and this goes this way. I'm thinking that might be what it is. So you have one signature, the second signature, and then this flips closed, this flops over, and there's the third signature. That's what I am. See, I had that folded like, I think that might be it. This flips out. There's a signature. You go through it all. You're loving it. You just can't believe you made it. Then this flops shut. Oh my goodness, if anybody is watching and you have done these and you know, can you let me know in the comments if this is the flip-flop? If that's what it is, flips open, flops shut. Maybe Sherry can tell me because Sherry's making them. So Sherry, please, is that it? Did I just get the right combination? Did I? Oh, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, to my one girlfriend out there that's just like, Charlotte, I don't have the patience. I can't do it. Yes, you can. You can. Just start with 3 envelopes and they can all be the same size. They don't root around. Don't say I don't have 3 sizes. They don't have to be. Just put them together, girl. I know you can do it. And to the girlfriend that told me, I just can't imagine putting together signatures with all those vintage pages and then, you know, covering up the vintage pages. I was right with you. I was right. I didn't understand why have a vintage page if you're going to cover it up. But when you start looking at what people do with their vintage pages, because it's not just all about the fact that it's vintage print. It's the color, it's the texture of the paper. It's little, you don't have to cover the whole thing because I'm with you. What's the point then if you're going to cover up the whole thing? But like on this, I didn't. I still can appreciate the vintageness of that book page. This is too pretty. I'm not going to cover it up. I do have a pocket there, but you see this gorgeous patina. I did add a little bit of color that just kind of coordinated with what's going on here. And then I put a little bit of washi tape, but I didn't really cover up anything. Now, I will say, you know, when you purchase vintage packs, like off of eBay or Etsy or anywhere, you many times from the vendor don't know what you're going to get. And I did get, I think it was this, it's this page here. This page, and I can show you and then I'm gonna let you go because we've been on a while, but this page is from 19th, it's either 36 or 37, and it is from Europe, and it was before the war. And it is absolutely gorgeous. You can see down here where it's splitting, but the patina, look at the patina, the color on that page. I decided I didn't like the theme. I love that this is crinkled. It came to me like that. I didn't like the theme, so I grabbed some Medieval Mirage here, and I'm trying to remember. I think this is Dust to Roses. I apologize because I don't know for sure. And I backed it with that, but I will show you the other side to that. You can see when I open this up, it is, I think, during World War I. It is the War Illustrated, 25 June. Oh, it's 1915. So this is, but, I mean, this is an incredible piece of newspaper, but you can see it is tearing, and that's not through anything that I have done. You can see here, it's just so fragile, but 1915, what could you expect? I am going to cover all this up. I am going to cover this up, but I am going to leave this, and I'm going to leave the date. I'm going to leave the page number, and I'm going to leave the date. And I might leave the last stand of Heroic Scots Guardsmen because I think that's cool. I think this picture is cool, but this page is not going to last. It just is, it isn't. And I love that. So I will cover this and I will cover this. But the date, yeah, I'm going to leave it. So my point is you don't have a whole lot of control if you're buying by bulk of what you're getting. And when you get a page like that, I mean, I really can appreciate the page, but uh, the war theme, not so much. You know, it's part of history, it's part of life, but I don't want it in my journal, and so I have no issue at all covering that up. But I will leave the date because I just think the date is awesome, and I really, really can appreciate the age of that paper, and I want whoever ends up with this journal to be able to appreciate that as well. So sometimes you get pages and you're not really happy maybe with the message, and yeah, it could be vintage. Cover it up. Cover it up. It's okay. This page here, I doubt I'm going to cover this up because this is vintage and I just love this. Look at, you can see Luxembourg, you can see Switzerland. I can't tell you how many trips I took to Luxembourg and Trier. Trier is the absolute oldest city in Germany, and it is so incredible. They have ruins there from when they used to do all sorts of medieval stuff, but you know, it's an old city, so you're going to find that. But this is where, I mean, this is where I used to hang out. And I look at this and I'm like, oh, Bitburg was 20 minutes out of Luxembourg, and it would be down a 2-lane road when we were living in Germany, and Bitburg was out in the agricultural area. It is where Pilsen beer is manufactured, and there would be a corner on the road that you would turn on your way to Luxembourg, and you would come out of the trees, and up on the hill would be big castle ruins. It was jaw dropping, let me tell you. For as many times as I made that trip, the wonder never ceased. It never got old. You loved it. You just loved it. So yeah, I wouldn't cover this up for anything because I look at this and that's part of my history. I love talks about the Rhine, and yeah, I wouldn't, but I would probably do something to this page, maybe make it a flip, maybe put a flip on it so that I would give it a purpose other than to just be here. I don't know what that's going to be, but you'll be with me and we will do that together. So guys, I think I've kept you long enough. I hope that you are not more confused than you were, because that's not my intention. But yeah, there were two things going on with this for me, and they were completely separate. The one was the signature. That was the most important thing to me, is wow, I'm going to try those signatures because I had never done it and I love it. Am I going to only do that from now on? No, no. No, but I really am enjoying this. So as long as I am enjoying this, I'm going to stick with it for a while, and then we will be moving on. But I will conquer. I will that the flip flop, but I think I may have gotten it. So guys, if you know, just let me know in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video. It is clouding up here. It has gotten cold. I think it was like 48 last night. So everyone, take care of yourselves, and sending you lots and lots of hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.